you actually recently had a fight on Thursday, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell us how your fight went against Drew Pickett.
It went well, very well. Drew Pickett's a really cool guy, a real tough guy. He's a veteran. He's 35-7 now. But you know, he's been around the sport. He's beat some of the best guys, and I think I was on my A game on that fight, and determined to win. And I thought I was going to go a little bit longer. I just threw a really good elbow. It was a mean elbow. It landed on the button. It was about I don't know how much stitches, a gnarly gash on his head, and punched him a couple more times, and they stopped him. He was pretty much done after that.
How's your life been since you left the UFC?
Life is the same. I'm still training all the time. There's still tons of shows, ton of guys for me to fight. Again, I mean, I think there's a miscommunication with the UFC. I still really like the UFC. I still like to go back to the UFC just because it's, you know, a real good stable of fighters, but there's still plenty of tough guys out there for me to fight, and I just want the best guys, and especially my new weight class I'm dropping down to, I really feel unstoppable. The best guys in the UFC, at this weight class, I can beat and hang with.
You're talking about middleweight, right?
No, I just fought at welterweight.
Oh, you dropped down to welterweight.
That's where Drew Pickett was, yeah. It was a catchweight, but Drew Pickett, you know, beats the best of the guys, and some of the guys he lost to. I just feel pretty much I could beat any guy at welterweight. I really do. I feel very comfortable at middleweight still, but just my size and strength was good for middleweight. I think at welterweight it could be even better.
So long term, you want to stay at welterweight?
I like bouncing around, but I really think I could beat the best guy in the world at welterweight. I mean, I don't think he has anything better than me, and I think just my size and strength is going to be hard for people to deal with.
What do you normally walk around at when you're not training?
I walk around only around 191, but I've been, you know, wrestling, fighting bigger guys all my whole entire life. So the opportunity to go down a weight class, I mean, it's just an unfair advantage for them.
I know you've been asked this a bunch of times, so look, thinking back about the Ultimate Fighter reality series, everything that happened afterwards, you originally brought back and then you were let go again. Is there something that you can tell us about what happened?
The only thing I think it's up to them who they want to let go and who they want to keep, and I think it was just a big loss that they let me go, and I think in time I'll definitely be back in the UFC, but as of right now, I think it was a miscommunication thing, and you know, they don't. I was kind of being a loose cannon, so they released me. I mean, I think they run a tight ship over there, and I think I don't know why when anyone speaks their mind, they just let them go, and I don't think that's right. But I'll be back in the UFC, I think, eventually.
Do you have anything on deck right now in terms of what you have upcoming? I know you just got done with Pickett, but...
Yeah, I just fought this past Thursday. I'll probably fight again November 1st, but who knows now? I mean, that was a big name to beat, so I'm sure there's going to be some big shows coming up, some big exposure, and Elite XC, Affliction, one of those shows, but we'll see. I want to fight again as soon as possible. So, promoters, if you're seeing this, you know, I got one November 1st, but it's not for sure, you know. I want a big fight and a big name.
Do you think that like the experience that you went through with the UFC in terms of the show first and then everything that happened afterwards, in the long term, will be good for you?
Yeah, that's a good point. I definitely think it makes you mature and it makes you realize some things. I think the show helped me. On the show, of course, you kind of forget the cameras are there sometimes, but especially as a fighter and all the stuff I've been through and going to the UFC and being released, you know, I'm set. I felt I belonged rightfully so in the UFC and could have done very well in the UFC. And if they're being this way, I want to prove it outside the octagon. I want to make them want me to have them back by beating every single guy I fight up. So.
If there was one welterweight that you can pick right now to fight, who would it be?
All the best guy, George St. Pierre.
How do you think
How
do you think you match up against him?
You know, he's very athletic, super athletic. You know, it looks like he can't be stopped, but every man can be stopped, and he could definitely be stopped. And I think his size and strength is one of his advantages too. And I don't think he has. John Fitch is a very tough opponent, but I think I'd be very hard to deal with for him just because of the big weight cut I'm dropping, and I want to be a force to reckon with at that weight.
Cool. Do you have any final things that you want to say before I let you go?
Yeah, I want to thank my sponsors, Clinch Gear and Team Quest. You really helped me out. Who else is sponsored? RBP, Rolling Big Power. They were very fortunate to me my last fight, and you know, all my sponsors that have been here for me and everything. So I just want to thank them all, and my training partners. And that's about it.